Hey everybody, it's Bobby Spags, your MC from the MPP, here with your preparedness PSA of the day. On a micro homestead or a plot of land that might not be very big, maybe it's half an acre, maybe it's just under an acre, maybe it's just over an acre, maybe it's an urban plot. It's a good idea to use free materials that you get at places like Craigslist or at the wanted ads or on Facebook Marketplace. You can find lumber all of the time for cheap or sometimes free. A lot of times people just want you to haul it off. Sometimes people will just donate it to you. Let me show you what I've been working on today. So far I've been working on the hay barn to get all my hay out of the weather and stop relying on just tarps, because if you've tarped hay, you understand that at some point it just doesn't work that well. So I've been piecing together this little lean-to just a little at a time, because, well, none of us make a whole lot of money, which is why we're homesteaders in the first place. But you get what you can, you store it up, and then you start building. As you can see, I don't have the sides or the back on the hay barn yet, but that's going to come in the next probably month as I save up a little bit of money here and there. On top of that, you can see that today I built this little deck. I built it off of basically what was the floor of an old dog house from my father-in-law. He gave it to me several years ago, and I've been holding on to it, and now it's got its use. It keeps all my fencing material, T-posts, and everything else nice and neat. And what's probably the most important is none of this lumber was purchased. All of it came from Craigslist or from neighbors who had extra that they weren't going to use, or from people who pulled it out of a construction site. As you can see, some of this lumber was used for concrete forms. Yes, it's not the best, it's not the prettiest, but it doesn't have to be. And the cool thing is, I can mow and weed eat right up to the edges of this, and I won't have all sorts of weeds and grass and everything else growing up in between all my fencing material, like when you just stack it on the ground. It's a neat way to make use of all your space, to do it for next to nothing or the lowest cost possible, and still be able to maintain a property that you're proud of and that you can make use of. Because God knows, there are lots of people out there who still don't think you can do mini or micro homesteading on small plots of land. My place is not even an acre, guys, and I've got a full farm with birds, with a garden, with animal enclosures, and with now this hay barn and this small utility area. And there's plenty of room for my kids to still run around and have a good time. It can be done. The only excuse you have not to do any of these measures that help you not be reliant on the system is your own bad attitude. We'll see you next time, folks. Don't forget, MidwestPreparednessProject.com. 2 festivals coming up. The dates have been announced, both May and September of next year in 2026. All social media of the same name. Find out what we're doing and find out how you can get a little more prepared today so that when the snap wars of 2025 start, it won't affect you that much.